So I'm Jacqueline Ely of Ely Equine, and I have Andre Picou here with me today. And I'd like to just chat about a really great topic that comes to me a lot. Clients come to me a lot about this, and I'm sure, Andre, they come to you too with trailer loading issues, with how to get started if you have a problem horse and trailer loading, or in overcoming that. So any tips for people on trailer loading?
Well, I think first of all, just like with any horse, you got to think, what do you want the outcome to be? I mean, I know a lot of people that will just try and take the horse to the trailer, and if he gets on, fine, and if not, then they get a feed bucket, and that works, or some treats, and then if that won't work, then they get the buggy whip, and then if that won't work, they call 3 or 4 friends and get about a 50-foot rope and try to winch them in there. And and at some point in my horse career, I've done all those things. But what I've learned, what works the best is that, if you think about what you need the horse to do and give him the tools, teach him to move forward on cue, teach him to respond and, not react. And because let's face it, I mean, that's could be a little claustrophobic. You want me to get in that box? How about no? So there needs to be a certain level of groundwork. You need to be able to send your horse, and I've taught him not to freak out at things. So have a little preparation goes a long way, rather than just seeing if you can get him on there.
Right. That brings up a good point. The preparation to do that. Obviously, what would be best is if we can practice with a horse trailer. But sometimes that's not always readily available for people to really practice getting on the trailer. So in that preparation, could you give maybe some specifics or any little exercises, like you said, sending them forward, like say on a line or anything specific that you can?
Yeah. Well, you want first, if you want to be able to have your horse, he needs to be able to lead well. There's nothing wrong with leading a horse, walking a horse onto a trailer. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to have him to where he leads well, though, where he knows that when he feels that pressure on his pole, that means the release is to walk forward.
So like if they would back up
exactly.
or anything, that's not...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to kind of be prepared. It's not just enough doing anything with a horse, but you have to be prepared to teach him what to do, and I've gone over some things to teach him what not to do. And going back just to basic principle, make the right thing easy, make walking forward, make that easy, but making sucking back and rearing and all that, making that very uncomfortable for him. And whether that means you might have to back him around a couple circles around the trailer and then ask him to walk and let him have that little break and pet on him a little bit the closer he gets to the trailer, or like I said, go through, be able to send your horse forward on cue.
Okay.
But be able to handle him a little bit before
even
just try to see if he'll get on. And a lot of people go about, not just with trailer loading, but a lot of things. Well, we're just going to see what happens. And I always say, one day you ain't going to like what happens. So it's kind of goes back to just having some common sense. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. The more you can prepare your horse, and if you may not have a trailer, somebody's going to come and haul you. You don't have a trailer, you can set up some boards, make a little makeshift chute, and get your horse to step over things. The main thing is teaching the horse obedience. And I know that's kind of a wordy dirt in the horse world. People say, "Oh, just ask him softly," but teach them to be obedient. That when he does what you ask, there's a release of pressure and a reward. One step at a time, and have that kind of a pattern of how you handle him. And if he's used to you being the leader and him doing what you ask, then trailer loading won't be that big of a deal.
That's a great point. Really great point. So any other? I like that whole being obedient and maybe even sending them forward onto things, sending them forward on through something or over something.
Yep.
Is really great.
Yep.
And practicing that.
Yep. He needs to be able to tie up. He needs having him be able to tie up is going to be a plus.
Okay, so tying, very good.
Yep. So that he doesn't pull back and break something, hurt himself, or damage your trailer. Or,
Perfect.
yeah, just exercise some simple basic handling on the ground.
Great tips.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.